What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and I'm here today to review the Smashing Pumpkins Shiny and Oh So Bright tour. So I went to see them in Toronto. I'm actually going to be seeing them again in Seattle with my girlfriend in a couple weeks, but I wanted to review my experience of watching them on this tour for the first time and kind of give my thoughts of the show, watching it for the very first time. And I'll start by saying this: it was incredible. It was absolutely incredible. I feel, I'm not a person musically that's into that many diverse groups. I really stick to what I know, and I've watched the Smashing Pumpkins a couple times, but I don't go to that many concerts. I don't listen to that many bands. What I will say is this concert literally did blow me away. I wasn't expecting it to be what it was. They played, obviously, and we knew this from the set list, they played a lot of songs, and I enjoyed every single one of them. There were times, the only weak parts of the show, I'd say the crowd was insanely into it for almost the entire thing. Songs like Tonight, or Today, or Cherub Rock, 1979, Bullet Butterfly, like the big songs. The big songs were insane to hear live. Billy Corgan brought it the entire time. It was really awesome seeing Jimmy Chamberlin back, James Iha. Jimmy Chamberlin, just the drums sounded so much more powerful this time than I've seen him one other time, and that's when they did the Manson kind of half and half show. And maybe it's because this was the arena setting, but the drums were outrageously good. The guitar solos. I mean, Billy Corgan is one of the best guitar players, I think, out of the 90s, and one of the best guitar players of all time. And in terms of this show, he brought it. He brought it the entire time. With him, Jeff Schroeder, and James Iha, they had a chance to give the guitar parts to each of them. Multiple times they would trade off solos. One would start, then the next one would go, and then the next one would go. That happened in multiple songs. And in terms of the sound, it really worked having the three guitars. And I had talked about that leading into it, how they would use it, how they could replicate the actual sounds of the album. Something like Siamese Dream, that has a lot of guitars going on at the same time. This would work, right? A song like Mayonnaise works really, really well because obviously you have the James Iha, Billy Corgan thing that always happens, but then when it slows down with the acoustic part right towards the very end, like that last verse, Jeff Schroeder did that on the acoustic guitar. So they had multiple guitar layers to every single song, and you could hear them. Like I said, it was really cool seeing them trade off with the solos. Literally what they did with the guitar work was outstanding. Outstanding. Billy Corgan definitely tore it up, and that's the thing. Ultimately, the Smashing Pumpkins, this tour, was about seeing James Iha back, was about seeing the three of them kind of returning, but ultimately the Smashing Pumpkins has and always will be Billy Corgan, and he brought it. I mean, the energy level, his performance, his guitar playing, his singing, all literally, I think, the best and the highest amount of effort he's ever put in the five or six times I've seen Billy Corgan himself play. And I think that really makes it because, drummer, guitar player, but he's the singer and the lead guitarist. So really a lot of it rests on him. If he doesn't do good, then the show isn't good. But like I said, I loved every single song. There were a couple points. When James Iha played Blew Away, I loved it. Really awesome. Sounded exactly the same as when he would play it in the 90s and in the 2000 Machina tour when they did their farewell tour. Sounded exactly the same. But with that, and when they played Martha and To Sheila, those songs, I think, were the down point of the tour, of the show, where it was really cool that they played those, and they played some of the Adore songs. And Ava Adore, that was another one that was really, really big. The actual sounds, how they actually did the kind of mixing in the background. And Billy Corgan had the crowd kind of participate a little bit. Really, really awesome. But those two songs didn't exactly work in the setting that they were doing. I mean, it was really nice to hear, and I've heard those songs before in past tours. But with the kind of rock show that they were putting on, it didn't feel like it worked. Like the crowd definitely got out of it. Definitely got out of it. A song like Try, 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 which I super love, the crowd kind of got out of it. There were a couple times the crowd got out of it just because I feel like the pace slowed down. Now a song like 33 was placed, I think, in a better strategic position where people didn't really back out. And it didn't last for long. After they'd have a couple of those songs, they'd bounce back and they'd play a song that a lot of people knew and would get people up. Like I said, all they needed to do was play one of the hit songs at any point in the show, and people would stand up and it'd be right back. I mean, they could have had a lull. I think they did, and they played like Cherub Rock, and it was game over. Everybody stood back up. So that's really the tale of this. But like I said, in terms of production, I'm insanely impressed because the lighting, the stuff in the background, obviously all the graphics that were done for them and all the videos that were done for them, super good. This is literally on a level that they had never done before, and I do get that, what Billy Corgan was talking about, like the production level of this is extremely high. And it was just great. It was great. It was my favorite show I've ever been to. All the songs, the hit songs were so powerful. Disarm, how he opened up with Disarm. Even the songs that I find that I really like that even took people out of it. Like I said, like 33 didn't take people out of it, but I love that song. That's like tied for my favorite song they've ever made. Try, Try, Try. I really do like that. Even the Machina 1 version, I really, really like that song. So while some people maybe got out of it a little bit, I loved it. The covers, Space Oddity from David Bowie and A Stairway to Heaven, I mean, those, and Landslide. Landslide wasn't as good as the acoustic kind of smaller settings, like the amphitheater settings that he had been playing with before. I feel like that's a better version of Landslide, but this one was really fantastic too. Overall, amazing show. Was it long? Yeah, it was very, very long. And when he played those kind of lull times, the lull songs, it did feel longer. But overall, obviously I don't regret going. I think, like I said, I absolutely loved it. I'm going back. I'm going to see them again, so I'm really, really excited to do that in a different setting with a different person. So I think it's going to be really, really fun, and I really am impressed. Like, they did it. They did it, and it was a very much almost sold out Toronto arena. There were empty seats, sure, but there weren't that many, barely any. And I really hope this tour continues to work out. I really hope that when they're done with this, they say, well, this did great. We made our money. It outperformed what we thought it would in attendance. Here's the rest of the songs, because they still have 7 songs they have to put out. Here's the songs, and we're gonna work on a new album, and we're gonna tour again. Like we have concrete plans to tour again in the future, and then maybe in 2 years, 3 years, they come back around. I feel like that's the plan. I feel like that's what Billy Corgan is hoping for. I feel like that, and I really hope, being a diehard fan, I really hope that happens. But that's what I thought of the tour. Absolutely amazing show. Can't wait to go again. So let me know in the comments below, guys, if you've seen them play live during this Shiny Oh So Bright tour. What did you think? Let me know. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, podcast. Now, we do these Smashing Pumpkins videos every other Sunday, so in 2 weeks, we'll be back. We'll be actually reviewing their last 2 albums, Oceania and Monuments to an Elegy. Those are the next 2 videos I'll be doing, and so I will see you guys there.